Alright guys, so what you can see here is streeter track. This is our rear suspension kit that we've got that's going in the 66 Mustang. As you can see, I've already got this rear supports in place. This is for your Watts link. You know, one will be up top, one will be at the bottom. Pretty nice stuff. I done got this bar in, and let me tell you something. As far as it just going right up in place, it did not. This is aftermarket floor pan with the frame rails already attached, and the frame rails was a little bit too far apart, so had to do some gentle massaging on the sides of the rails. I had to get one side bolted up and then hammered this side in place with a rubber mallet. Then I actually had to use some screws to actually pull it up in place gradually as I hit it with a mallet. And finally got that thing up in place where it's supposed to be. So it's mounted here. It's got the shims. So what it is, it's got a bolt that goes through the rail. So this side's a 1/2 inch hole. This side's a 3/8 hole. And your bolt's got a shoulder on it, so to go in, it'll bottom out against the rail, and it'll keep you from crushing your frame rail. You've got shims. You shim it out according to how thick your frame rail is. What doing, Ellie? What doing, Ellie? Oh, Nana must be gone if you're down here. Her friends must be gone. So we got a heim joint in the middle. This is for our bar that's going to be coming up and around there. Rear end housing. It's bolted in place. I'm assuming these are the shock mount locations. Like I said, I haven't really gotten into all of it yet. I got this up in place and I'm fixing to drill my hose. Fixing to drill the hose for this. One there, one there. Once I get this bolted up in place, then I'm going to finish welding I went ahead and I put my plates on. And I used their jig that come with their kit. It bolts up here. Helps you locate these brackets. In our case, it's 40-inch on center. Now I got them tack welded in place. I'm going to burn them in hot. This will be our lower control arm mounting points. And then you'll have, this is a 3-link. So you have your 2 bottom links, and then you'll have your top link up here. And then instead of a what do you call it, like a trailing arm or a what do you call that bar that goes across like on a regular rear end? Is it a trailing arm? It ain't a trailing arm. Drag link? I don't know what's called. It ain't a drag link. What am I thinking? That's steering stuff. Anyway, you know, a lot of rear ends, it has one bar that goes from like one side all the way over to the other side, and as the thing goes up and down, your rear end's actually shoving back and forth like a 1/4 of an inch. I've had a brain fart. I can't remember the name of that bar now. But anyway, so here's our rear end. It's got a strange center section. I'm assuming it's probably a strange housing. It's beefy. It's a pretty nice setup. I'm not 100% positive on how the Watts link attaches. I'm going to have to, I'm assuming that the Watts link's going to get some kind of adjustment thing or a bolt on this part here, on this big old hefty thing. And then I'm assuming that this one is going to attach on the other side and is adjustable. Hence the way it separates. So it'll go on the other side, like so. We ain't got that far yet though, so see the way these bolts are made, this is what I'm talking about. See, it's got a 3/8 on this side, and then this is a 1/2 inch diameter. So it'll actually go in, it'll bottom out against your frame rail on the inside, and if it's got space in between it, or if there's no space between it, you keep taking these shims out until you take up the slack. Just tighten it up. Pretty neat setup. Our links are already preset. According to them, it says you don't have to readjust them. They're already preset. So I'm going to start putting this stuff together, guys. I got to find my tape measure. The guy that owns this car, he brought me a tape measure that locks. Mine don't lock, see? Well, maybe it is going to lock today. Normally it don't stay locked. Yeah, it don't lock. But anyway, he brought me a tape measure, but guess what? It's inside the car. Yes, I think it is. right down. So, yeah, there's that. So I'm just going to get a quick measurement to make sure we're the same on both sides. Because I just roughly hammered that in place last night. It's 20 and a half. It's actually exactly in the same spot on both sides right now. Huh. Well, according to the instructions, from what I've read, that's where it goes. It butts right up against this gas tank mounting surface, this lip. So maybe that's all I need to do. But I do got a gap, so I'm gonna have to try to go up a little bit farther. Flush here, but I got a gap here. Well, I gotta try to get that gap worked out somehow. It don't fit as good as they say it does. I mean, yeah, it's a nice kit, but nothing's ever as easy as they claim. On their kits, they need to start making these a little bit wider, because these frame rails are actually wider than this pocket that they've made for this go in. Because when you beat it up in place, it's actually spreading their bracket out like this. So when you drill your hole and you try to put your bolt through it, your bolt's actually too short. It's too hard to get your nut started. They're not thinking about stuff like that. When you're out in the real world trying to put this stuff on, this is the stuff you run into. And of course it don't even want to move. And I don't want to hit this. I don't want to hit it, you know, it messes pretty powder coating up. So I have to use the rubber, the plastic side of this mallet, and try to get it to go up in place. It's probably as good as I'm going to get it, really. And I just smack it. So I'm bottomed out on the edge. And it's like the rails, either the rails laid over a little bit or their bracket that they've made is laid over. I'm going to show you all the stuff that you're going to run into when trying to put one of these kits on. So even though I've beat it all the way up there as far as it'll go, you'll see that it's might near touching on one side, but the other side's got a big old gap in it. And there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, it's blurry. They've got this welded. It's welded downhill, like the bracket. It needed to be straightened out. It looks like the rails are straight, but the bracket's crooked. Ain't nothing I can do about that. Just beat it up as far as I can get it and drill the hose and bolt it up. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so now that we got our hose drilled with our 1/2-inch drill bit, we've got this hammered up as far as it'll go to our frame rails. We've got this located as far back as we can up against this lip where our gas tank edge is. The lip of our tank, y'all see this lip? Can or not, can you see the lip? That's the lip of the gas tank. Right now it's measuring out, I think it's 21.5 from here to the edge of this brace right here. You don't see that brace? So 21.5 from here to here. So now that we got everything set in place and we know it's exactly where it needs to be from side to side, we drill our hose 1/2 inch. We only drill this side. Don't go all the way through to the other side. They give you this neat little guide. You just slide it in place. You bottom it out. That's how you drill your hole. The only problem with this idea is, and they wasn't thinking when they done it, I guess. But you see how it's raised up off the frame rail? So I stick my finger in between it. We're flush here. We're sticking up here. So if you just rest your guide against that, your hole that you drill is going to be at an angle, and you're going to completely miss your hole on the back side that you're aiming for. So what you're going to have to do is, we'll have to put a clamp up here, and hopefully you can pull this down enough that it lays the guide over straight, and you drill your hole through this side right into the other side. We're aiming for a 3/8 hole, so this side will be 1/2 inch, the other side will be 3/8. That's what we're shooting for. So I'm gonna go get a clamp and clamp this and see if that fixes our problem so that we can drill our hole. Okay, so I got us a clamp. Not a whole lot of options because you got your shock mount right here, so there's not a whole lot of options for putting something on it and pulling it up there. But we're gonna try it. Nope, it's only gonna pull up one side of it. They weren't really thinking that one through. What they need to be doing is building these brackets to aftermarket frame rails. I'd rather it be a little bit too wide than too daggum skinny. Nope, still got a gap. If we had a C-clamp, we could use a C-clamp, but that's probably as good as we're gonna get it. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. We're just gonna have to hope for the best. Only thing I know to do. I'll just kind of put some upwards pressure on it. Well, I might even just tilt my guide a little bit, because I know it wouldn't be right if I just went straight in. Now that we got our hole marked where we want it. Almost looks like there's already a hole in the rail right there in that spot. Shouldn't be though. Alright, let's try to drill our hole. Yeah, there was already something going on right there, which has shifted my hole a little bit. And of course my drill bit needs sharpened again. I am thinking that this must be like a plate welded inside here, but I don't know. Wasn't so bad. All right, now that we got our hole drilled, we are straight through, as you can see. Now we can stick our bolts in, if I can find them. So here's our bolts. You see all those shims. You may or may not have to take shims off according to how thick your frame rail is. Let's just start out with taking the silver one off. Let's just take one of them off. Put our silver one back on. That would probably work. We're touching at the top, got a little gap at the bottom. I think that's probably it. Take one shim off. Let's try to tighten this bad boy. This one's setting pretty much flush, so it should work fine on this one. Man. Alrighty. Heck yeah, it went perfectly through. That's gonna be hot now, so don't just reach up and grab it. Hopefully that's all the drilling I have to do now. Now all it is just assemble. Well, I gotta weld my tabs. I forgot about that. My U-brackets for my lower links. I figured that's gonna happen. Since I got it hot, it swelled up. That's why I took it out on that first one I drilled. The joys of working on old cars. I have to cool my aluminum down somehow. After I cooled it down. Yeah, if you drill it with this still in place, the heat makes this expand and it locks itself into the hole. So it's best to just put it in the hole, get your hole started, take this out, then finish drilling your hole. Alright. We'll do the same thing I did on the first one. It seemed like it worked pretty good. I'm just going to take one shim off to start with and just see what it looks like. It's bobbing out already. So that won't work. Gotta put the shim back in it. Seems like the other side was the same way. Alright, that'll work. Where'd my air blower go? Well, if you guys are wondering if I made my deadline, you know, I was supposed to have this car done the week of the Good Guys show, because they were going to come down and pick it up. Well, that could not happen because old CJ Pony decided to send me to passenger side outer wheel housings instead of the left and the right. So that kind of put a damper in things. The guy came down here from Minnesota. He was going to the Good Guy show, and he was wanting to pick this car up while he was down here. But since CJ Pony, oh, CJ Pony is like the Rotson. Y'all ever watch that show, Roadkill? With Mike Finnegan and, what's the other one's name? I don't know. I know Mike. I've met Mike before. But anyway, the Rotson that Mike and the other guy drives on, Roadkill, they always say it never fails to fail. That's CJ Pony. They never fail to fail. So since, and I tried everything in the world to get a replacement outer wheel tub in time for them to be done with it, because they were here for a few days for the show. So I done everything in my power to try to get that wheel tub here so that they could still pick their car up by at least Sunday. And because that's when they were going to be here, was Sunday, which would have been what, the 18th? I think it would have been May the 18th, something like that. But I couldn't. The fastest one I could get here was from Kentucky Mustang. They never let me down. Kentucky Mustang is an awesome place, awesome group of guys. Shout out to Kentucky Mustang. Dwayne over at Kentucky Mustang, awesome guy. So I ended up ordering that thing on, when was it? I ordered it on I realized I had the wrong one on Friday, I think it was Friday night. I got ready to stick it in there, and that in the wheel tub, and I realized I had two at the same side. They had them wrapped up in saran wrap, and I couldn't really tell what I was looking at until it come time to put them in. So Friday afternoon, I called Kentucky Mustang. I was like, look, I got to have a wheel tub, and I got to have it right now. And they're like, oh, we'll do what we can do. You know, we'll get it to you as fast as we can. Well, I didn't get it until Monday morning. So it is what it is. So today is, I don't know what today is. It's a couple days after. A few days afterwards. So I missed my deadline by a few days. The guy's back in Minnesota. He's supposed to come back down here, pick his car up. It is what it is, guys. It's my fault. I should have looked. I should have unwrapped them, unsaran wrapped them. I should have looked at them and made sure I had what I was supposed to have. And I did try to take a 67 model out of the wheel tub, and I tried to cut it and reshape it to where it would fit in a 65. It wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth the effort to even try it. So let's start bolting some of this stuff up. It's going to be fun, ain't it? Try to get y'all where y'all can actually see all of it. I don't know. Let me put you on a different mode, man. You might be blurry now. I don't know. This camera on this thing absolutely freaking sucks. It sucks. And I don't know how to make it any better. But anyway, we're trying. So I probably need to go ahead and put this link right here on and get it up in place because it might be hard to do once I get the ring in place. So it's already got a jam nut on it, so I'm assuming that I'm just supposed to screw this up on there. Who needs directions? We don't read instructions around here. Actually, we do. Anytime I've got instructions, I read the instructions, because that Fat Man Fabrication front end, it didn't come with no instructions. And it's been a nightmare. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there just so that there is a little bit of adjustment. Well, it only looks like the only way to adjust this is to physically unbolt it from the rear end and then either turn it out or in like you would need it. We're gonna put it right there for now and just hope that's right. And I guess we can manhandle this rear end over here and start putting it in place. I don't know. Let me put you on that other mode. This mode sucks. Maybe y'all can see what I'm doing. I don't know. So we got a big old bag of bolts. Figure out which ones is for. I'm gonna go with probably these. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna go with these. It's gotta be these, right? Why's that one got a funky looking do funky on it? It's a do funky. Y'all ever heard of do funky before? There's all kinds of do funkies around here. Imagine that, it don't go in there. Oh. Trials and tribulations. It's gonna go in there. Must have drawn in when I welded it. Oh, yeah. Need a hammer. Use a brass hammer so we don't mess nothing up. Ooh. Now when we put the car down, you can hit this right here and screw everything up. Right? All right. It's a lot easier on me to work when it's up in the air. I can always tie it up or something. Man, I hope somebody ain't coming over here. Here lately, it seems like this is the place to be. I move out here in the woods so people leave me alone. Like they're starting to figure out where I live, though, I think. So man, a white Dodge Durango was here this morning while I was gone. You can't have people just coming over here just whenever they want. we're not going to tighten this up until we get the rear end under it and get it set in kind of close to ride height, so that the bushings are pretty close to where they're supposed to be, because we don't want to tighten them up down here and then force the bushings up to this point. We don't want to do that. But I do want them to kind of stay up there for a minute while I let the car down. I may have to get my son to come out here and help me get the rear end set kind of where it needs to go. That'll work. All right, let me move my... That good. Should work. All right. That gotta work. Thank you for helping. You're welcome. All right, so it's looking like it gets a reducer inside the heim joint. It's almost like it goes from like a 3/4 to a 7/16 or something. Yep. But I don't know. Where'd my rubber mallet go? I got this link on. Baby. Try to get her bolt in. Oh yeah. Wait in. Alright, so there's that one. Now, let me tilt this rear end some. Oh yeah, the bolt just about to go in now. That's awesome right there. Oh, come on. We'll check his pinion angle. I got a gauge, angle finder. We're just gonna roughly bolt everything up for now and get it in place, and then we'll change it if we need to. So I'm assuming, woo, it's way over here. Really? They're not gonna reach? they don't even reach. I don't know about that. Just don't reach. Maybe I need to let the car down some. I'm a little bit concerned. Will it reach now? Maybe it's just because it's extended so far out. I hope it's just because we got the rear end's hung down so low right now. All right. That's all the way. I'm probably gonna need to move this rear end. And then this is going to mount like this, hopefully. Because I looked at the directions. Nope, I didn't. I did not. I'm assuming it goes this direction. Because this gets me closer to this. They didn't just put 2 of these on it instead of 2 of those things. Don't know. I don't know about this. I thought this SWAT link was supposed to be straight up and down. I don't know. I need more than one hand. We're just gonna keep hammering down. Oh, he's fancy looking. Y'all see this? They're fancy. Well, I just wonder which way they go. I mean, if you go by the writing on the springs, they go like that. But I mean, surely to God they don't go like that. Because I mean, how would you adjust them? They would have to go like this, right? Right? Somebody say right. I don't know. I know my jack stands is right in the way. I'm getting to where I don't like working under cars. There just ain't enough money involved anymore. If you charge people what you should charge people, you feel like you're ripping them off or raping them, you know. And I'm sure they feel the same way, so there's good money in it, but you feel bad about it at the same time, you know. I should probably go look at the instructions on how these are supposed to go. I'm gonna go do that. Let me go look at the instructions because I don't know if they go like this or the other way. I think they go like this, but they got that bump upside down, the springs upside down, so I don't know. Okay, so just like I thought, I got it on upside down. According to their pictures, it goes the other way. Now I can't get it down here. Oh, what's up with that? Really? I got the boat completely out. My goodness. So, yep. That's why this is turned that way, and that's why the spring's turned that way, because it goes like this. Have I been putting pullovers on upside down all my life? Really? I don't know. That's the way they got them on the directions. That's the way they're going. Where's the boat? Okay, so it goes like this here. So it's going to get this, and this, then it gets this, I'm assuming. Get in there. At your home. Washer. And then the nut. Huh, so I guess I'm going to put pullovers on upside down. I don't know. Me don't know. Mr. George, how much you pay this new guy?
Oh, too much. Too much money. Not worth the sheet. He's not worth the sheet. I'm gonna have to adjust this Watts link because it don't look happy at all. No, we're not back here. We're good.
We gotta figure out what's going on with this Watts link, because as you can see right now, see how it's setting at an angle. It's weird. It's almost, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be pretty much like straight, but I don't know. If it goes up, fix it. I don't know. Maybe I just need to loosen this bolt right here up and drop it down. That would help a whole lot, probably. I don't know. I'm going to tinker with it so I'm going to figure it out. Alright, guys. So I got everything buttoned up. Everything's tightened up. He will have to come in here and readjust everything. And set his ride height, set his pinion angle. I mean, that's just minor stuff. I mean, he just have to loosen up. Once he gets his ride height established, you have to take that bolt out and either back that off or tighten it up, you know, just set his pinion angle. That's simple stuff. Set his ride height, you know, with his adjustable coilovers. Once he gets his ride height set, he will have to come in here and readjust his Watts link. Right now, I've got it so the bars are kind of parallel with each other. I mean, it said make them parallel. Right now, that one's going upwards, that one's going upwards. Me, myself, I would think that this one should be straight, and then that one should be straight, but there is no way humanly possible that you could do that unless, no, even if I flipped it, even if I flipped the Watts link the other direction, it would still, I mean, that one would be going uphill, and then that one right there would be going downhill. So either way, it'd be the same problem, whichever way I flipped it. So everything is buttoned up, everything's looking good. This car is now ready to put the wheels and tires on. I don't know if I showed you guys or not, but I got the front Fat Man Fabrications. I don't know if I told y'all, but they are out of business now. This is a Fat Man Fabrications front suspension setup. I don't know what rack it uses. They make their own brackets to bolt up to the SN95 style spindle so that you can hook your steering back up. This bracket obviously bolts up to your brake caliper bracket. I just temporarily bolted it up with these bolts just so the steering will be hooked up. I've got all that in there hooked up. Everything's bolted up on his front as well. I don't know what steering column he's going to be going with. I mean, I don't think he's going to be going with the old junky 65 style column. He'll probably go with like a tilt column. Something, you know, more comfortable and, you know, got all kinds of options as far as like a GM style column or an I did it column. So we got a rack. I don't know what kind of rack it is. I tightened it up. It was loose. Taped that down for him so it don't blow away. That's some kind of vent tube. I tightened these up for him. It's got them right there on it. Although I don't understand it because if you jack up the suspension, the shock actually comes up out of the bore here, and it just keeps coming up for about 2 or 3 inches. I know that's not right. I think it's I think that these struts that he ordered, which is like an adjustable strut, like a racing strut, I don't know if they're compatible with this kit or not, because they go plumb through the kit, his kit, before they bottom out, and then you're left with this much thread at the top. As far as that goes, I mean, that thread will be going plumb through his hood. So I'm going to have to talk to him about that. He may have to get some different struts. I looked their directions up online. I finally did find them. This is exactly how it's supposed to be mounted. The only other thing on their directions, on their instructions is, some of them shows a big old nylon, like a spacer, like a plastic spacer in between here and here. But the way the 65 Mustang's made, I mean, you can't put a nylon spacer because it has all this lip hanging down. It didn't even come with a nylon spacer, so I bolted it up exactly like their diagram shows. I don't like the way those bolts are sticking up. I don't like the way those mounts bolt to the top of the... You see the way, all the way to this car, is essentially setting on 3 little studs. It looks like to me it'd make more sense if all that was up under the shock tower, so it's all pushed against the bottom of the shock tower. I don't know. That's the way Fat Man Fabrications designed it. I guess it'll work. I don't know. It's a real nice setup. I just don't quite understand all of it, but I'm sure it's fine. I don't understand it. I'm not an engineer. I don't understand it. But anyway, so all the front suspension's in. All the metal work is done on his car. As far as my part goes, he's going to be getting, I think he's going to be getting better doors. I think he's got a good door for this side. I think it's in the floor. So I think this fender's decent. He's got a decent door for this side. He will, however, probably have to get another fender for the other side and another door because it's in bad shape. We got all of his rear suspensions done. Gaps are good. Like I said, that door right there is no good, and that fender is caved in the middle. I would replace it. I wouldn't use it, but you never know. He might be a better body man than I am. I don't know. This car is done. I'm fixing to get it down on the ground and roll it out of here and put a tarp over it until he can come get it. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.